The neutron sound, which is like a boom, boom. There's a filter that triggered the toms to opening up the filters and closing the filters up, as you can hear. If you listen very carefully, you'll hear me hit various times microphones, the size of the drums. You know, I wasn't looking at the drums too well.
And that was part of the sound, so that's what made it funky.
I remember we worked on this song on the 4th of July in 1976.
We did.
You remember that? I'm almost sure we worked on this. We worked on in 75. I think it was 76. We worked on it.
So you didn't give us 4th of July
Didn't get it off. Didn't get it off.
Boy, that's unusual.
Barbecue was at the studio.
Yeah.
Remember Calvin in the barbecue pit?
Yeah, he could barbecue. He was a professional. So, and then we had,
And we did similar things with the synthesizer there.
Do you remember the horn section, Steve?
Yeah, I did like a da da da. Oh, so
were you inspired by the 4th of July?
Oh, without question. I had a da 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 da.
You got to give the gift to everybody. And we've been fortunate enough to be together as collective at one time point in life to share music, man. That's the main thing. And Steve gave us all the opportunity to do that together. You know, because, I mean, everybody here was from somewhere else. Without Steve, we would never met.
That's right. Well, this is exciting for me because I had been playing on the road with Buddy Miles and them. Okay. And then the guy asked me, did I want to audition for Steve? And I was living in a garage at that time. I'd lived in a garage for 2 years. And then I took my change that I had like $80 and went down and got my horn out the pawn shop and went and auditioned. That's when I got with Wonderlove.
And this is coming right in at what point? What year?
That was right in the very beginning of coming into 74.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is all pre-songs. Yeah.
Right. I came into the audition of it, and then met Nate, and then Raymond, and then yeah.
I remember when we went to New York. I was 75. We did Ask with this cat here. Right. Steve said, "Man, I got this drummer in New York. Man, he's bad. He's bad. He's bad. He's bad." I said, "Okay, Steve." Because Raymond was playing on the other stuff. I said, "Okay. Got there. It was me, Michael, and Herbie was there, and Greg. This cat laid such a hell of a thing on Ass. Greg Brown, this boy had a pocket. I was just like, whoa, whoa. Maybe I stopped playing. I never. That was inspiration.
I was telling them on the way here when they pick us up from the airport. Playing with you is like you just. There's very few bass players I play with that make me sound good. Like I'm a superstar. You just, all the information is in your fingers.
So just being on that one tune, just having that one association makes me feel that, and I'm so happy I was at the right time, at the right place, you know, to just have one little part in that project.
I think the greatest thing that somebody can give you is a time in their life. And you know, when you're in it, you really, I mean, you're so much in it that you really don't understand. Almost you don't appreciate the significance of that time?
So it was just a very special time, and I think it's hard to describe what it's like to work on something like this. I just recently started to think about what it meant to work on this, and I think what it means is that you actually leave something behind.
One of the 1,000 things I love about Stevie is he knows where the music came from, so that's why he knows where to go, and is sure-footed when he goes there, because that's very important, is to know what happened before. And I always respect the young dudes. Well, Stevie's not as young as 12, but he's still a young dude. He knew what everybody was doing. You know, he was right into it. You know, he was aware, and I love that. Love him for that. But that's just natural with him.
I felt that John and Gary should have been nominated and definitely should have received a Grammy for this album, because they opened up so many different avenues. To me, it's almost like the songwriter who can play keyboards or play guitar or whatever and sing his or her melody. You still need that person to take whatever you have and to be able to arrange it, to make it get from that place that's inside your head that's on the guitar or keyboard that you're playing, to then, if you use other musicians, to be able to create what you want to be captured on paper so that the other musicians can read it and follow it. That's equally as important in the case of an engineer to the artist. If you don't have someone to capture that emotion, to take all that you have that you're expressing and put that on tape, you know, you're lost.
See, Stevie had a wonderful way of taking his life experiences and putting them to music and making them real, raw, and yet very commercial. Now that's very hard to do.
And he was saying that I was mumbling the words to I Wish. I said, no, I'm not mumbling the words, just, you know, we haven't EQ'd it yet. And he said, no, you're ridiculous. He says, and I think I said, I told him that I had lots of different people. I said, George Benson. He said, well, George Benson, you're ridiculous. George Benson, you know, he sounds better than you. He's, you know, you're ridiculous.
It really is a place where you wish those days would come back. You know, you have those moments where you want to go back to that period. And I think he captured it for us, in I just think a very special way. Very special, unique way.
I Wish, when that came out, that was around the time I first started going to parties. And we would stand on the wall. We would stand with our backs on the wall. And everybody was, you know, we were young, so we'd be kind of scared to dance, especially with the lights on. But when I Wish came on, you had to dance.
Looking back on when I was a little nappy-headed boy, then my only worry was for Christmas what would be my toy.